A ghost!
A ghost?
Don't be silly.
Concierge.
Oh, thank God you know how to say that word.
What did you think it was gonna be?
I don't know, but you said it first, so it don't matter.
What did you think it was, like concierge or something?
Anyway, I was talking about Scissor 7, a Chinese animation about a man who controls a pair of scissors and has a smoking bird for a best friend and tries to become a hitman because he thought it would make him tons of money. But he's really, 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 really bad at it. And he also has amnesia and can't remember his past, but you can sure as hell imagine that it's probably connected to the fact that he wants to be a hitman. And you can sure as hell imagine that he's probably secretly the most coolest, awesomest person in existence. Despite what a socially awkward loser he is. Not gonna lie,
Why'd you
it's...
say it like that?
Not gonna lie, it's a bit of a mixed bag for me. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Initially, I wanted to watch it just for the animation, because I saw the trailer and I thought, damn, that's some pretty Mob Psycho-y type art style you got going there, lads. And gave it a watch, and the humor's not really that for me. I found out later on that Scissor 7 is actually a webcomic, and that makes a lot of sense. Because it has that very webcomic-y sense of humor. Where you can very much tell as a teenager that's watched a lot of anime, and they've decided, hey, I'm gonna do that with my unique character.
So a fun time to be had by all.
Oh well, it's got a mix of I tell you what, okay. A lot of weird magical bullshit goes on in this show. One of which is that he has his basically, besides his magic scissors, he also has these magic eggs that let him transform into whatever he wants. And as you can probably guess, most episodes involve him trying to sneak up on someone by turning into something, and it backfires on him. Normally by having him just get hurt in the form that he's in and having to endure it lest he reveal himself. Like, pretends to be a cardboard box, a woman comes along and folds him up, pretends to be a fish, people want to cook and eat him, pretends to be a rubber ducky, somebody starts squeezing him. And those are actual episodes. Those are 3 things that actually happened. I'm not just making those up. Yeah, pretends to be a rock. A dog comes along to wee on him.
Of course.
They pull that stuff a lot, and it's also got the very cringy anime take on romance and girls, where like apparently it's the funniest thing in the world to have your main character be all herpy-derpy grr whenever a girl goes near him. Like, there's literally an episode where he is going to perform a hit on this girl, but she's a pretty girl, and so she says, before you kill me, can we do everything on my bucket list? And he's like, why should I? And then she like grabs hold of his ear, and he's paralyzed because he's so flustered that he can't move. And that's the only reason she's able to like hold power over him. And it's like, oh Jesus.
That sounds frustrating.
Well, the whole episode was basically just a way to torture the main character, like pretty much everything else. Oh no! Oh yes, look at that.
You did it.
The animation is quite good though, like weirdly good, especially for a comedy. Like, it's got lots of action in it as well, but oh man, certain scenes are just great. The characters themselves are just kind of a bit boring. I did watch the English dub, and I'm not sure to make of it, to be honest. Because it's one of those mixed bag of ones where some of the characters sound fine, but other ones just sound really bizarre. And one of the ones that sounds really bizarre is the main character. Like, as far as I can tell, English isn't his first language. I'm pretty sure he is Chinese. Because he sounds like he has a Chinese accent. But, which I'd normally be fine with, but it just doesn't sound like he has a lot of the right line delivery. Like, I think the voice works, the voice is fine, but I just don't think the voice acting is very good from him. He sounds very stiff and monotone and like he's never done a voice acting job in his life. Ah! And then there are other voices which make me feel like it's the old 90s anime days where if you didn't have any voice lines, just stand there and make grunting noises. You know what I mean?
I think so, yeah.
Well, you know, like the old Dragon Ball Z's where if a character was standing there but they didn't have any voice lines, they'd just be there going
Or the ever popular.
No, that's Legasp. Speaking of which, I actually saw that Dexter's Lab parody of Speed Racer the other day. Oh, it's even to this day, it is such a golden critique of anime. Where like characters just stand there and spout like entire paragraphs at you whilst maintaining the exact same pose and not changing emotion once. Or like the way they over-explain everything to an absurd degree. Because what was one of them? One of the lines I swear was just the course is laced with tricks and traps, which are tricky because if anything, one racer knows is that tricks and traps should be avoided because they can trick and mess you up. And it's basically chocked full of stuff like that, and it also points out the absurdity of how easy it is to be like a genius in an anime. Where like very basic things that people point out are suddenly like these big revelations. Because one of them was just all like, "Wow, Dad, this is a really good cart you've made, but should we add on some extra things to the wheels, like the blibbly blobbly blue?" And it's just like, "What? Adding these useless gadgets? Whatever for? So the car is safe and I don't crash." And it is just, what? Dexter, you're a very bright boy. Only you would know that crashing is the thing I hate most about racing. To me, crashing is bad. It does get pretty absurd at points. Like, there's a bit where, like, Dee Dee talks for, like, 30 seconds, and the camera just takes that as an opportunity to just, like, randomly zoom in and out of her face. Just like,
Are you suggesting that's not a thing that happens in anime?
Well, yeah, it is. It's like... Oh, no, don't. You know Food Wars?
I know of it.
Of course you do. You've seen the Foodgasms, correct?
I've seen the clips of these things happening.
Oh, man, I wish I could make a meal that would do that to you. But, yeah, basically, if I gotta talk to this guy to rearrange the room, right? What a drama queen. Mr. Oh shit, oh breathe. It's a lost cause. How many levels are in this game anyway?
Don't know.
But yeah, what was I talking about? Food Wars. Yeah,
Yes.
while I was watching it, I noticed something, and I didn't know if I should say it or not, but then I decided to say it, and I just said, alright, I want to play a little game. Tell me when you see a camera shot that's not panning or zooming. And they were just like, huh? And then after about a minute, they were like, oh my god, you're right, there is not a single still shot in this entire show. Because when I started to notice it, I kept an eye on it, and it almost started to make me dizzy when I was constantly like my eyes going left, right, in, out, and I was just like, oh Jesus. And I mean, you could tell they were very much doing it to cover up for the fact that it would just be a slideshow otherwise. And I just thought that was very, very funny. Because there was another game I played with Food Wars where it was just see how long it takes before a character animates without it just being mouth flaps. And I think when I first started playing that game, it was normally around. It normally took around 40 seconds each time.
Oh, when you first started.
Yeah, there was one bit where it went on for about a minute and a half.
Oh.
Oh, that was satisfying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
On to the next bit.
it took about a minute and a half at one point for like something to move outside of lip flaps, and I just thought it was a bit absurd. Because really, there's no excuse. Attention, hotel staff. It was an honor to. Aha!
Yeah.
Ah, shiznit.
Oh boy, we can play video games.
Imagine if you just booted up a computer and it just said life, and the next thing you knew, you were on your way. There was a pixel perfect recreation of you, and you were just on your way to work. Okay, the physics are a bit different here. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, I should have done that! Oh, I'm having a hard time getting used to this. Stall for time. Tell me about another cheap animation technique.
You're asking the wrong person. I don't know animation like you. Get that strawberry. You got it. You got the strawberry still.
Alright, there we go.
Up you go.
Oh, wait, I can only go side to side when I do that. Oh no, wait, no, I can go up. Oh wait, the strawberry flew away.
Keep going.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh wait.
No!
My strawbs.
You berry.
Okay, okay. Oh no.
What if the rest of the video was just this? Complete and utter silence.
I wonder how long we can get away with just leaving it like this.
Well, no, you still have to
Oh,
play
you
it.
ruined it!
Are you still there?
Ah, yes. Why did I rely on you for anything?
I mean, you went silent. How was I supposed to not do that?
We would.
Bloon.
Why did I marry someone with the brain of a 2-year-old?
Why would you do that?
I don't know, but I did.
That's weird.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Well, that's what you get for saying balloon.
Get the balloon. You fool.
But yeah, I tell you what, JC stuff in general, they are the height of lazy animation.
Was it not them that did season
Yes,
2?
they've ruined my baby. They ruined one's baby. They've ruined his good streak as well. He had 3 seasons of some of the best animation ever, and then One Punch Man Season 2 comes along and ends this whole man's career. Ah, you bastard. Right, say something, I'm gonna be at this for a while.
At least they didn't get season 2 of Mob Psycho 100 though, right?
No, but now I have a new request. Where's Season 3?
Season 3. Season 3.
Oh jeez, how much of this is there?
Keep going. Keep playing. Your life depends on it.
Apparently
The
not.
guy's just like,
Ah!
the guy's just like, oh, it sure is a good thing that this girl is cleaning up and whatever else.
But there's no
I
time for that because I
needed.
found a computer with me on it.
And then you're just here like, yes, game.
Oh man, this is... Celeste Mountain, the memorial to those who perished on the climb. But how does that help me?
How can this benefit me?
Alright. Damn it. Ah, yep. I said Phil.
My name's not Phil. It's Quack.
I didn't say your name was...
You dingus.
Phil with... Say something to Phil. I'm distracted.
How are you, Phil? How's your day going?
Oh, this is...
Phil doesn't want to talk right now.
This is torture. Stop torturing me. We already went through this with the Mega Man. Oh, you gotta...
Are you... How far do you intend to go with this?
Oh, okay.
Hooray!
Thank you. Oh, that was painful. Alright, what were we talking about again?
JC stuff being lazy.
But I'll tell you what wasn't lazy.
And season 3. Season 3.
But I'll tell you what wasn't
Season
lazy.
3.
That's Scissor 7. Even though it's not the most, like, I wouldn't say it has the best story or the best comedy for that matter, but it's still alright. I'd say it's still worth a watch. Like, I'll give you an example of one episode just to whet your appetites. There's an episode where this woman hires... Oh crap, I can't actually remember the name of the main character.
Oh no!
Okay, well, whatever his name was, he had to, get a hit. A lady gave him a hit, to take care of some old pervert because she wants the, purity of the town to remain clean. So he turns up to his house, and it turns out that the reason why she hates the guy and wants him gone is because he collects women's underwear and likes to wear women's underwear. So in order to infiltrate, he disguises himself as a pair of underwear.
Oh no.
And yes, you can see where this is going, but right before he gets worn, the lady turns up anyway to take care of the guy herself. And he's like, no, please don't. And then the hitman, because he's more of a heart of gold guy than an actual hitman, he's like, oh no, I can't let this guy's collection get destroyed, because contrary to what you'd think, none of like the panties he's gotten have like ever been stolen. He's actually just bought them from the store.
So he just wants to wear them.
He just wants to collect and display and then wear them in his own home. So it then turned into a sort of, I want to say, kind of jokey, kind of genuine lesson about it's okay to collect what you want. Society's just deemed this unacceptable. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess so. It was pretty, I thought it was a pretty funny joke in the moment, I want to say. But yeah, then he beats the purists by like, he like cuts the dress on one of them, and she's like, oh no, I'm showing my legs, I can't, oh no. And then he stops the other one by just like breaking her glasses so she can't see anymore.
Oh.
And then he gets the other one to run away, first by engaging in like this genuinely really amazing fight sequence. And then when that doesn't work, he just shows her his dick. And then she runs away. It's very weird. That's all I can really say about it. It's weird.
Is it fun weird though?
Kinda. It's literally, I'll let you decide. Because I genuinely don't know. Personally, some of it's kind of charming, but I don't really find a lot of it very funny. I find a lot of it to be very predictable. Yeah, I suppose Beastars gets my definite recommendation. Scissor 7 gets my super duper. Yeah, check it out.
Oh, there you go then.
You got anything else to contribute or talk about? Anything interesting happen in your life?
I had
finally
got into watching Epithet Erased. Because one of my friends was really into it. Apparently it's actually
I've never heard of it.
it's the Jello Apocalypse thing, but apparently it's actually like an RPG as well.
Oh, you on about that like web series?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
It's a fun idea, but I think it's something that's kind of more enjoyable to be a part of as opposed to watching passively.
You are on about that like animated series, right?
Yes.
The one where like half the humor is like a character saying, "Hi, I'm tropey villain. It's funny because I said I'm tropey."
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that I'm still tropey, which doesn't fix any problems, but you liked it?
I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
Like, my friend is really hyped for season 2. I just kind of thought,
Your
"Yeah,
f
I'll give it a watch, I guess."
Who are these? Who is this person, and why is he your friend? Hyped for season 2.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. I need to give him some actual stuff to watch. He's
Do
getting
it.
he's getting a brain scrubbing of Red Dwarf and Mob Psycho.
I don't know how he'll feel about Red Dwarf. He's American, so. But then
Oh,
again,
even worse. No wonder he
A lot of
liked it. He doesn't have a brain.
a lot of Americans do tend to like stuff like Red Dwarf, though.
Do they?
Yeah,
Oh wait, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's why it's not working.
like uh, I don't know. Have you seen the Americanized version of Red Dwarf?
Oh, didn't we talk about this last time?
Did we? You mean the last time you played this, or last time we recorded anything?
Last time we recorded.
I don't.
I
think
swear,
did.
I swear we did. But like, do you not remember the American Red Dwarf?
I remember we talked about it at one point, but I don't recall it being in the last recording.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we moved on from that. These people want snappy conversation, not like a debate on whether or not we talked about this before.
But yeah, the Red Dwarf, the American Red Dwarf pilot, it was bad.
Yeah, that's American humor for you.
Which is weird though, because like they've done their own American version of other British shows that have gone over well.
Well, some of them
But
just
for some reason with
some of them
Red Dwarf,
just
didn't
kind of
fit.
hit the mark. I'm not gonna lie, I've never understood why people like The Office so much. Even people that are like,
I haven't watched either iteration of The Office, British or American.
I mean, I probably say it's better than the British one. I'm not a big fan of the British one. I don't honestly like Ricky Gervais is a real hit or miss guy for me, and I just don't think he's that funny. He's good at like finding other people that are funny, but I don't think he's funny. Like,
I think my mom
most of
would
the time,
definitely agree with you there. She does not like Ricky Gervais.
well, most of the time, his humor just seems to like he'll tell 100 jokes, and one of them will make you laugh, and that will be the one joke that people quote and will say Ricky Gervais is hilarious.
I don't think I've actively watched him in anything outside of the Carl Pilkington stuff.
Honestly, I think it's well, he's not really funny in the Carl Pilkington stuff. He just prods someone else to be funny, which is pretty much the vibe I got from The Office, because it felt like the funny bits were the bits written by Stephen Merchant. And I'm only taking a guess, but I think the bits written by Stephen Merchant were the scenes that didn't contain Ricky Gervais in it.
Hmm.
And I feel like I'm probably correct in saying that. What were we
It's a
talking
bit
about?
like with Idiot Abroad. I think was that not Ricky Gervais's
Yeah, idea.
idea? But it's like it was one of the things that kind of bugged me when we watched it. Like I know it's supposed to be that he's doing his job and being annoyed by all this stuff, and it's like, you know, the whole thing with Steve wants him to become more cultured as a result from it and all this stuff, and like there's that one time when he finds something he's genuinely interested in, at least for the moment, and Ricky's telling him, no, you can't do that, you have to do the stuff that's gonna make you miserable. It's like, jeez, man.
Okay. No, to be fair, that sounds hilarious when you say it like that. He finds the one thing he enjoys, and it's like, no, that's not good.
I mean, that's literally how they frame it at the start. Is, I want him to become a better person from this. I want him to be miserable.
I just want to watch him suffer.
Like, that's literally their introduction.
But yeah, the American Office, I don't know. The American Office is like such a weird one, because there are a lot of people I know that like hate a lot of that sort of like trashy, mediocre sitcom stuff, but then you mention The Office and they go, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "What?" It's such a confusing one to me.
Hmm.
But then again, I know people that turn their noses up at anime and then go, "Oh yeah, Sword Art Online."
Why Sword Art Online though?
I don't know, because it's like, it's just one of those ones where like, the only reason they watch it is because they're at least making an attempt to watch an anime, and they're watching like one of the only ones they've actually heard of. Oh no! There we go.
Hey.
There is one funny joke in the American Red Dwarf pilot, and that is the bit when Crichton's head explodes, and his eyeballs land in a cup of coffee, and Rimmer leans in, and then looks over at I think Kachansky, and then just says, "I believe that's a delicacy in some places." That was the only joke that made me laugh.
Well, that is a very Rimmer joke.
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button.
I think most of the humor that actually did hit was more because, oh, it's Crichton humor, which is kind of different from the rest of it.
Oh no, Crichton humor kind of changed as time went on in Red Dwarf. When Kachansky got introduced and he just became like a little jealous crybaby.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
Rimmer's gone. Yes, so what? Half our character dynamic was the fact that Rimmer and Lister hate each other. We need a different character dynamic. Crichton is now jealous, and that is why Lister doesn't get on with someone now. He's a genius. Give that man and he broke up our partnership. Oh no!
What?
Oh, right, that's it. I'm leaving it there. We've done over an hour. At least I think
Oh,
we
wow.
have. Any closing thoughts?
Watch Red Dwarf.
And eat your vegetables.